When most people load up Hearts of Iron 4, they dive straight into land warfare. Tanks, planes, and infantry dominate the conversation. And yeah, they're flashy, fast-paced, and familiar. But me, I've always found something deeply satisfying in the naval side of Hearts of Iron 4. People say the naval mechanics are clunky, that it's hard to manage or too slow to see results. And they're not totally wrong. It is more complex, but that's part of the charm. The naval game rewards patience, long-term planning, and a quiet kind of domination. It's not about grabbing victory points, it's about cutting off supplies, patrolling entire regions, and making the enemy bleed slowly. One of my favorite things, convoy raiding, watching a pack of submarines quietly starve out a massive land offensive. It's like playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Then there's the fleet designer, one of the most underrated parts of the game. Designing a ship that can outgun or outlast its rivals feels like its own little metagame. You start thinking in terms of armor, speed, range, and radar. It's a lot deeper than just building big boats go brr. Carriers, for example, require finesse. You can't just build one and expect naval superiority. You need the air wings, the screens, the doctrines, and the supply chains to back it up. But when it works, when you nail that setup, it's incredibly satisfying to see your carrier fleet control entire seas. The naval game also changes how you approach Hearts of Iron 4. You start caring about naval zones, island chains, choke points. Suddenly, the Mediterranean isn't just water. It's a battlefield made of several strategic bottlenecks. Naval supremacy opens doors that armies alone can't. And the tension before a naval invasion. That's some of the best suspense the game has to offer. You're watching your Marines load up, hoping your escort ships defend the transports, praying enemy subs don't wreck your convoys. It's like setting up a trap that might take hours to spring. But when it works, it's clean, efficient, and brutal. I also love how the Navy interacts with the production game. Dockyards are a long-term investment. It takes planning, research, and constant tweaks to keep up. You're thinking about tech trees, module changes, and resource efficiency. And that just gives your playthrough a more profound experience. And honestly, the naval game is just more rewarding. There's something intense about watching your fleet engage another, or quietly gaining supremacy while the land war rages on elsewhere. You feel like a puppet master, moving invisible threads that tip the balance of power. I get why people avoid it. The UI can be awkward. Naval battles can feel unpredictable. Sometimes you lose a fleet without understanding why. But once you push through that learning curve, it opens up an entirely different way to play. Naval-focused nations like the UK, Japan, or even minor powers like the Netherlands or Greece, they suddenly become far more interesting. You start exploring new strategies, cutting off Africa, isolating Australia, or launching island-hopping invasions across the Pacific. Plus, in multiplayer, naval dominance gives you insane leverage. You don't have to win on land. Just deny your enemies the ability to project power across oceans, and you can turn the tide with far fewer units. At the end of the day, Hearts of Iron 4 is a sandbox. Some people rush for memes, others go for conquest. But for me, controlling the seas, setting up blockades, launching surgical invasions, starving out empires, that's the most satisfying way to play. So if you've ever written off the naval side as too complicated or not worth it, give it another shot. Learn the systems, embrace the grind, and I promise, the first time you dominate an entire ocean, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner.